Right now, we're seeing this game right here where I am so disgusted and I am so upset. That is Spain and Tahiti, ladies and gentlemen. And we knew all along that this game would end up in a real bad way. And I got to tell you, and this to me really stinks and it really smells and it really irritates me. I had, up until today, watching that game, all sorts of time respecting the world for Spain for what they've done. World champions, Euro champions, building and developing world-class players for the last, I would say, 10 years for sure. And a wonderful coach and many coaches that are sought after all over the world, and teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid. The whole Spanish soccer culture I have loved, and I still will love in many ways. But today, I got to tell you something. Shame on you, Spain. Shame on you, Fernando Torres. Absolutely shame on you, what you guys did today to Tahiti. And I'm so proud and happy that the Brazilian fans booed you, Torres, after the announcement was made that you were man of the match. Come on, guys. 10 goals against Tahiti? And what made me sick to my stomach was I was watching even late into the 85th minute, 88th minute, and they were still pressing and trying to get an 11th to 12th goal. Still pressing and still pressing. Why not play keep away? Why not distribute the ball? Why not just, give the Tahiti team an opportunity to show and let them display? We know what you're all about, Spain. The world knows what you're all about. But guess what, Spain? I think the world now knows another side that really the world doesn't like to see. The side of that arrogance, that side of a king that has showed their muscle, their power, which Spain did today at 10-0. And yes, we knew that they would destroy Tahiti, but what cheeses me off, from the 75th minute on, all the way up until the 88th minute, I was watching and then I was getting sick to my stomach. Fernando Torres, I'm so glad, so happy you missed that penalty kick that hit the crossbar. Good, because you're a selfish son of a gun. Honest, it makes me sick to my stomach. And Spain, you come across now the world that you are the team that kids should live and dream to become, and kids should look up to you. I think today you have damaged a lot of the respect from young kids and young coaches and people all over the world what you did. You could have stopped at 7 or even 8-0. That's fine. You could have distributed the ball. You could have played around. You could have kept keep away. You name it. You name it. But what in the world, even late in the 80th minute, in the 88th minute, you're pressing and you're pressing and you're pressing and you're pressing to try and get that 11th and 12th goal? I'm glad that the Brazilian fans chewed you out and booed you, Torres, for being named man of the match. I am so happy. Look, we know what you are, Spain. A world power, World Cup champion, Euro champion. Wonderful players like Iniesta, Villa, Casillas. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I mean, we can go on and on with all sorts of players that they have that are world class. But today, shame on you, head coach. Shame on all the players on Spain, what they did late in the game. If I was a guy from Tahiti, I would have walked off the field. I would have never shaken your hand. Never. Never. And this coming from me, a guy that has loved watching Spain play in World Cups and Euros, just the way that they are masters out there, the way that they can really distribute and keep the ball away from so many nations. Guess what? I am no longer a fan of Spain and what they have done to Tahiti today. Unacceptable. Not right. And many might say, Anthony, come on. Too bad. Tahiti's there. They got to show up. They got to play hard. And they got to take their lumps. I got no problem with you taking your lumps. But let's be honest here. I coached as a rep coach, and many of you out there have coached. How many times do we tell the kids when you're up 6, 7, 8-0, pass the ball around, give it to the goalie, switch the defense to put them up front, put the forwards back, and vice versa? How many times do we do that? And then you watch Spain today when it's 10-0. And you can watch the tapes for yourself. Watch it from the 80th minute all the way to the end of the game when it's 10-0. And they're still pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing. Unacceptable, inexcusable, a poor display by a world soccer nation, someone that everyone looked up to, someone that everyone respected and loved. Today, the real soccer country, the real soccer fans of Brazil gave you the response how they felt when Fernando Torres was named man of the match by booing. Well done. They weren't booing because they don't respect Brazil. They weren't booing because they don't respect the talents of Fernando Torres. They were booing, just like I would have, because of the display you guys put on Tahiti. Everyone knew going into the game that this would be lopsided. Everyone knew that no matter what, it would get 7, 8, nothing. You know, even 9. But at the 80th minute, all the way up to closing, you guys were still trying to get the 11th and 12th goal. I can't wait for you guys to play Italy in the next game. And even if you beat them, that's fine. I hope they play you hard and physical. I can't wait for you guys to play Brazil in the final if you get to the final. And I hope Brazil does a dance around you guys and plays you hard and physical, that you get your medicine what's coming back to you, Spain. Because now the rest of the world has really seen what you're all about. No class, none whatsoever. And today, you displayed the class you have, Spain. Don't forget, what goes around comes around. And you might not get, shellacked 10-0 by any other country in any big tournament, World Cup or Euro. But you will get your comings, because today that was inexcusable and not right, what you guys did to Tahiti. Inexcusable.